Okay, so the recording wasn't going, so. All right, I'm glad I checked that. Okay. Okay, so here is the wetlands layer.
Do you have to take that
I
off?
think he's got control of it.
It's got control. Thank you. So. It's pretty close, and that gas station right on the line there. Yeah.
So it isn't unusual for some places, a lot of places down, but yeah. It looks like it's either, it's a well-defined stream from what I looked at on the contour map today, but it may not be it may be an intermittent stream. But it's definitely got a defined channel.
Do we know what they want to change it to? Yeah. It's well, Dylan, or Jim, you probably know better, but it's basically, they want to change it to a zone, that similar zone elsewhere on the turnpike that would allow more permitted uses on it than what is now.
Yeah, I think it's BT1.
It's currently BT2 to BT1, I think.
Yeah, so the BT1 allows for automobile uses such as fueling stations, service stations, and BT1 or BT2 zone does not permit that. So I believe, from what I've gathered from pre-application meetings with the applicant, it seems as if their plan is for a fueling station or similar to like a truck stop. But they haven't submitted an application for that, so there's nothing concrete about that.
Okay. So we can really only have generic concerns here.
My concern would be is what we're seeing on the screen. For wetlands area that goes totally across the two other larger properties, the 27 and 27A. So you're gonna want to put change a zone to allow more uses, including things like we just heard, that would be most likely located in a wetland, an area that's defined, with wetland soils.
They're looking at this property too.
Yeah, they have this property, and right,
Unless you can come around the back of it.
or they're gonna have to build something to what's considered a wetland area. So, I mean, that would be my concern with that, is that it may not be a big stream, but it's something, it's that waterway that runs along the turnpike and drains. It drains a decent amount of area that winds its way around,
And what, Karen, hang on a sec, and also that they're on the plan that they submitted, there shows an intermittent water course or stream. That's not showing on that, but kind of runs in that green area there. I'm
yeah, it
guessing.
runs right in the green area.
So. Just note that for the record as well. Karen,
I was just wondering, as it was a gas station years ago, is there an underground tank still there? How would that impact if they have to remove it, the wetlands as well?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good question. You don't know. I mean, they didn't do anything with the property. Except
Yeah,
close down close it down, right, but
it's sitting there for what, 30 years.
but if it hasn't been sold,
Oh, at least.
if it hasn't been sold well, actually, some of those have been sold in the last couple of years. Yeah, to this person that bought them, but, so typically. That should have been something that was looked at. With a sale, I know that, you know, I mean, we looked at it as a residential house. Whether there was an underground tank or not, but I don't know if I don't think it's a requirement, but. Like to think that they would have looked at it, but I wouldn't assume that they did.
I was probably too old for that.
That's what I was thinking too, Michael.
All right. Okay, so anybody else have any comments or other than what we've mentioned? Yeah, thank you. DOCD discussion, it's kind of an ongoing here, but Maureen's not here and. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Dylan.
No worries.
Jim, anything that? Any updates on POCD that we would, that from last month that?
I think it's pretty much, you know, we were just checking in again to see if anybody had any additional comments, but no, it's pretty much where we left it. We passed on your, you know, your comments, your prioritizations, incorporated those into the implementation plan. So I think we're good. I think that yeah, one of the things, just to give you a report, we've been working on this town-owned properties map, kind of dividing properties into, you know, facilities and parks and deed restricted open space, and then other properties that weren't deed restricted. So, you know, Maureen has, I don't know if Dylan's working on it or another person on the staff, we're gonna start, you know, working through those other town properties that we got to check on the deed restrictions on. So we're working on that map. It's an interesting map, so we'll share it with you in the near future.
Yeah, I know we've been talking about that for a while. It's a project.
Right.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions for Jim? Okay, good. So use of town lands, Guy, you had something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I think we've got a couple of. Got a couple of them, like the, I guess, do we just bring it up or just add it?
Probably should add it to the agenda under.
I'd like to, make a motion to add the Connecticut Trail Mixers. The
proposal.
the 2023 Ragged Mountain Race proposal.
Second it.
Oh, who was that? You got it from
Yeah.
Aaron second, and all in favor of adding this agenda item? Aye.
Aye.
So,
Aye.
thank you. So this is the Run Ragged, or Last Person Standing, I think is the other
For doing
name.
this.
I'm gonna pull up the proposal for you on the screen.
Submitted. I think a lot of it is going to copy what they did last year. The race is going to be limited to 50 participants. They're mandated to stay on the proper trail and not disrupt any vegetation, habitat, soils, or other ground cover. The pets will be allowed during this. Ragged Mountain is one of Connecticut Trail Mixers' favorite places to run and regularly hosts runs in the area. Parking is limited. They're going to shuttle from off-site locations, which they did last year. They're going to get their own portable restroom delivered the day before, and it'll be removed Monday after that weekend. And what else? All our races are coupleless. They strive to create as little waste as possible. And they have volunteer sweepers. They clean up afterwards. So it's going to start 8 o'clock Saturday, May 20th, and go until the last person stops or drops. Yep, and they're coordinating with the police department. They're gonna have their own EMTs on site. So after us, the Conservation Commission, they're gonna go up to the town council and hopefully get a consent agreement. And they were a pretty good group last time around, and they really enjoyed it, so didn't have any negative feedback or comments or anything, so.
No, and just the one thing not as a negative or whatever, just to point out, I believe that's the same weekend that the
Bike race,
yeah, so our trails will have
you know, I forgot about
be
that.
busy. I
Okay,
think I believe that's the May 20th and 21st. That was, guys.
Yeah.
Supported last month.
yeah, this is on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's the same, but I don't think that's something that, or. You know, it's not like they're right together or anything in close proximity, so.
The bike race is on Sunday.
It's race also this is Saturday.
Okay. Okay, it is, okay,
So they're not the same.
okay.
Same weekend. It's Mary. Like, yeah, be a busy weekend for outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Let's hope the weather holds up, yeah. So are we,
I'll make a motion to. At this point, just support, I guess,
Yeah,
support of the
be the
the
appropriate
run
support?
ragged.
Yeah.
Race on.
Saturday, May 20th.
Saturday, May 20th.
I hadn't seen a rain date, so I think they wrote rain to show that,
I think that, yeah,
unless it's too muddy on the trail.
right,
So rock.
It's all rock. It's true. So Guy made the motion to support this.
Second.
Tom second, all in favor of supporting the Connecticut Trail Mixers 2023 Ragged Mountain Race proposal?
Aye.
Aye,
Bye.
Aye.
so moved, unanimous, thank you again. Community gardens. So the returning gardeners have been calling and chomping at the bit to go in. Maureen said she planned on having the applications go live today, all right, and sign up. The people open for April 1st, and the close date is the first weekend in November. And we'll coordinate with Carol, see if she can do a cleanup between close and the porta potties are removed, but that's a long way from now, so. Other than that, it looks like, you know, if the weather would cooperate, people are gonna get in there in a couple of weeks, so. Anybody else have any questions on that, or? Sounds good. Well, here's to hoping for another good season. Without any garlic conflicts.
Love it.
behind it.
Signage. So Jim.
I'm here.
So
Yeah, so
I know that Carl was working on locations, but is it appropriate for us to just appropriate, you know, the funding that we have left, or and
yeah, I would
get
say,
signs and then put them
I
in
would-
when we
yeah.
get the best location?
yeah, I think, you know, we're getting toward the end of the fiscal year now, to order the signs, get them in. And, you know, July 1st, you'll have some more money and you can put some more signs in. The prices of signs have gone up, so we're gonna get less signs, just the way it is. You know, if you have just like, if you have some particular sign or signs that you really think are top priority, you know, tell us that tonight. Otherwise, we'll take based on your previous meetings, you know, already told us signs you want to get up. So we'll just buy as many signs as we can within the budget.
It's time to do it.
Yes, it is. That sounds like a good plan.
Okay, we'll do it.
Need a motion,
We do.
motion to agree to have Jim pick out the signs that are needed to purchase.
Yeah, we gotta, to appropriate, from our public education line item, the funding that
We
we,
need a number.
we'll get it, Maureen or Joe, I know which one it is.
So appropriate the needed funds for the signage. At this point,
With the quantity and type of signs to be determined.
sounds good. Yes.
Yes, thank you,
my
Rob.
motion then.
Rob made the motion and the second.
Second,
Second.
Thank you, Tom. All in favor of appropriating the signage money in our fund to be used for the signs? Aye.
Aye.
We can just, we heard you.
Oh,
Catherine, can't see you.
No, I know. I put the phone down, but it's
That's
me,
all right.
Mary Catherine. Yes.
I see your ceiling though.
I know. We're looking at the ceiling because I got tired of holding the phone.
just wave your hand, so we know you're
All
there.
right,
Oh,
Jim, so,
okay.
uh,
All right. Oh,
you-
okay.
there you
There
go.
you go.
We can
All
figure that
right.
out. Can we get that going?
There we go.
So, all right, Jim?
Okay, we'll get it going and thank you
Thank you.
all. I'm gonna leave you. Have a good evening.
You too, Jim. Thank you.
Jim.
you too, thank
Bye,
you.
Bye-bye.
Jen.
All right. Let's see, the town council and the planning and zoning, they're gonna be holding a public forum on Thursday, March 30th at the high school to receive public input on a cannabis establishment to use.
If I could just add real quick, because it's not listed on here, it's gonna be at 6 PM.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. You're right.
At the
So-
high school, Dylan?
Yep, at the high school.
March 30th.
Mhm.
That was public information.
We had, oh, on that.
No, commission now.
No, I think actually even a little bit before, we had that other thing that came up. Do we need to talk about the trail mowing at all, or is that taken care of?
Actually, Heidi's, yeah, do you have Heidi's thing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you bring that up? I'm sorry. Going back to use of town lands, and we bounced around.
Yeah, yeah, you jumped out of it. It was like, there was a set of emails going around and, started with Heidi Brierly to Steve Wood. Saying that the Connecticut Botanical Society is doing a study, about grasses and what grows, I guess, along. And they're gonna be looking at the, area of Chakowski's, Bog Bridge. Which is all that way going in, it's all up on the raised,
Oh, okay.
wooden platform.
Hey, Dylan, do you know where that?
Just off of Chamberlain Highway, right, and
Can you bring
here's,
up the map?
here's a map of it, it sent two of them out.
That's what we need for.
And she has, and I don't know if we can,
Can you bring up the GIS?
Sure. I'm sorry, what's the property?
it's the Chakowski Conservation Area.
It's kind of right south, I mean, north of where the light at the intersection with 364.
All right,
North of Great Boost,
hold on, let me get rid of that.
The heck is that?
Chamberlain Highway.
Just pull up a random property here so I can at least get in the area. Okay. All right, so if you could guide me on where I'm going, because I'm not too familiar with the area you're talking about.
Go
Where the heck?
too far, right? That's Orchard. Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going. See where 364 is right there, the route?
Yep.
marker?
Zoom
Go, zoom in there on that.
in right at that intersection.
Now, where the intersection
Yeah.
sign, yeah.
Mm.
Go a little north. A little more north, so a little parking area. That's that road right there, right? No, go back down. Right?
Yeah,
There,
it's
right
it's
there,
right there, that, right, that,
Green area.
the green area,
right.
this is before it was.
I think what.
Yeah,
The
that's the
buildings,
trail,
it's
isn't
got
it?
that one,
Is that the trail that's in green kind of?
yeah, it's right above that. You've got the square that's all brown, darker brown. And then that's the trail just above that.
Right there, right
This?
above.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
trail, yeah.
So there's a section of that from. Where that. Old part of the orchard or whatever, where it's cleared. Moving towards the east to the right on that. That's gonna be included in on this study. So what was brought up was that a request that the town not mow along that trail earlier than the study will be mid-June. So they don't want to have everything cut down
Mowed until after.
until after that. And right now, the only ones that, I guess, the properties that follow the DEP guidance for nesting birds and stuff, or the, what is it? It's like along the Hatchery Brook and where the garden.
Where the garden is.
So, what it seems like to me anyway, reading it, and Michael, I'll defer to you, but it seems like she's just looking for some support or whatever to try to make sure that the town
Doesn't mow.
doesn't mow that until after this study gets done. It's only,
Is that a quarter mile?
yeah,
1 mile?
yeah, it's
So not even very much.
it's not a real long section or anything, but it's probably something that just, when everything else gets done, just, they just probably buzz right through there and get that done
Yeah,
pretty
go-
fast,
go
so.
up the trail.
So I just think that, with what we saw with the emails and stuff, that you just need a motion to say that we support, and need to I don't know, is it contact? Or
I don't think.
just say that
We support the,
we support that
I would-
and request that
Whoever.
public, the grounds people do not.
she's already done that, so.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Whether or not it needs to go further up for town council, I don't know.
we hope not.
You would hope not, but that'll be up to Maureen to pass that. on. But yeah, that motion is good.
Oh, okay. That, Conservation Commission supports, Heidi Brierly's request to, not have a defined section of the Chakowski's Boggs Bridge. Well, Chakowski's conservation area along the Boggs Bridge. Be not to have it not be mowed until after the Connecticut Botanical Society study happens in mid-June.
Second. You got it, Ron.
All in favor of supporting that organization's study of the grasses?
Oh, look at me again.
Hi,
Hi. I'm
So
here.
moved. Thank you. So moved. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Commissioner comments? Any comments?
Well, I got this, I got the same comment I did 2 months ago. I missed the last meeting, so. It's the same
No comment?
No, that's the same house on the same street corner that is essentially done, but still has its big pile of dirt and no silt fences. What was this? Corner of, just about at the corner of Spruce Brook and Savage Hill.
Yeah, I know where you right like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right, right.
Okay, so, big pile of soil in there for
Yeah.
construction, and there's no silt fence around the base.
Anywhere on the site.
So when it rains like today,
Passed it today.
and the soil drifts down.
Like I said the last time, I'm amazed that the homeowner next door doesn't complain because it's
So,
right
so I,
down into his driveway.
Yes, Dylan.
I'll just add to that quickly. I spoke with the owner of the house with the pile of dirt. I forget his name. But I guess the next door neighbor where the dirt is going into the driveway, that's his brother. That's why we
He
haven't,
doesn't
that's
complain.
why we haven't received any complaints.
Interesting, okay.
But, you know,
Still doesn't-
I thought it was a standard requirement though. For construction sites.
Yeah, no,
Until it's planted.
yeah, I spoke with him about that. I can reach back out to him and let him know that it was discussed tonight.
Is the owner living there yet? In the house? Are they still working on it?
I don't believe they're living in the house yet. At
There
least
were
I
too
haven't,
many
I haven't
cars there
received,
today.
yeah, I haven't received a CO request, so I'm,
So Dylan, it's really, I mean, yeah, we're commenting on it, but shouldn't this be either a enforcement or and or
Ye-
wetlands?
yeah,
issue?
I'll bring it up to Paulie, our zoning officer.
Right,
And I'll also have him look into it.
It's depending on the storm, it still runs down. Over into Pistol Creek area, into that storm drain and alongside the entrance to the.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, so what I'll do, I'll bring it up to Paulie tomorrow, and if I see Jim Horrible, I'll bring it up to him as well.
All right, thank you.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you.
Anybody have any other comments, questions? All right, I guess we have a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor of adjournment? Aye,
Bye.
Aye.
thank you, everybody, thank you, Dylan.